السيدات والسادة، رحبوا معنا بالمتنافسات في سباق نهائي ال5 كيلومترات بالمياه المفتوحة سيدات. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 5-kilometer open water swim final. De Valdes Maria, Spain. Liliana Hernandez, Venezuela. Marta Sandoval, Mexico. Christina Pajesco, Ukraine. Fina Wurnam, Germany. Anna Alzas, Hungary. Nada Araki, Qatar. Ana JESUS SOARES, Brazil. Paula Ruiz, Spain. Valeria Ermakova, Russian Federation. Mackenzie Fraser, Australia. Yu Wang, Chinese Republic. DSD, Hong Kong. Perez Paula, Venezuela. Carolina Blazikova, Slovakia. Julia Gabrielski, Italy. Maria Novikova, Russian Federation. Vivian Michelberg, Brazil. Maria Baramo, Peru. Reca Rojas, Hungary. Angelica Ribeiro, Portugal. Yawen HOU, Chinese Republic. Elena Berezova, the Czech Republic. Samantha Arivalo, Ecuador. Julia Arino, Argentina. Leonie BECK, Germany. السيدات والسادة، رحبوا معنا بحكام سباق نهائي 5 كيلومترات بالمياه المفتوحة سيدات. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the referee for the women 5-kilometer open water swim final. My finger is on the button. My finger is on the button. حكم عام لهذا السباق. And referee for this race, Mr. Luis Batista. هذا البدء لهذا السباق. Starter for this race is Mr. Abdulhamid Haddad. gentlemen already made the second turn of this first lap, while the ladies, the women are a little bit behind. 5K race, composed by 4 laps, each lap is 1.25 meters, 1,250 meters. So the men are about to finish the first lap of this race. They're heading to third buoyancy. Sounds like a big pack stuck together. So ladies and gentlemen, we can witness some world-class swimmers are participating in this race for both women and women. We can recognize Christoph Azovsky, the young Hungarian prodigy, gold medalist in the last World Championship in Guangzhou, gold medalist in American, Canada, and Latin. Also, another good cup, good series, Nina, open water series. Good performance for Christoph this season. He will have a good performance. So is he able to hold the goal in this race, or we're gonna witness some new performance? And Marcello Guidi from Brazil is still in fight here. And Marcello, title order of the World Championship in Guangzhou, 5 kilometers, the same distance race. Also, 3-4 gold medal this season in the Marathon Swim Series 10 kilometer. Doha, Portugal, Nantes, Czechoslovakia, and Macedonia got the silver on the seashell. Italy also with Leonie BECK from Germany. Women are about to finish the first lap. We have more to go. Just 5 kilometers. We emphasize it on 200 meters lap. Swimmers have to take left shoulder, turn and it points. We're about to step into the lap. Also on the left hand. And then in the fourth lap, we'll enter the final approach to the final line with the big market like done, 3 more to go.
What is effectively Olympic experience. Open water swimming is one of the original Olympic distances, the original Olympic discipline, sorry I should say, is included back in 1896 in Athens. reintroduced recently. It's a very traditional Olympic discipline, and it's great to see it here at these first ANOC World Beach Games in the beautiful city of Doha. Look at the water there. From a distance, the water looks like a mill pond, absolutely beautiful, but obviously it's being churned up at the moment by 56 swimmers, 28 men's, 28 women's, all endeavouring to do the 5 kilometres in under an hour. Back to the men's leaders. What you can see in the background is the man-made pearl that is one of the features of Qatar, one of the features of Doha. Any of you watching the opening ceremony yesterday that was held at the Katara Amphitheatre, that was shown on the Olympic Channel, well, you would have seen that diving for pearls has long been a traditional industry here in this part of the world. As we're moving around there, that was via a drone. That's the technology we're using today. And some traditional camera work out in the boats. That's so far as camera work is traditional in a boat, but it's the men's coming around. One of the boys, they are on their second lap at the moment. Still Guidi of Italy making the running. He'll be looking to improve on his 17th place finish in Guangzhou back in July.
So the competition of the race is held here in Katara Beach, Katara Private Beach, span over 1.1 kilometers, and we play host to three basketball, racial racing, on-water swim, aquathlon, and individual.
The men's leading pack again. Here in the women's we have Leonie Beck, bronze medalist in Guangzhou. She's the one nearer your screen. She seemed to be going neck and neck with Giulia Gabrieleschi of Italy, two of the favourites for the women's race. Back onto the men's leading pack. I think I can pick Soeren MEISSNER out there in the men's with the black cap. He's the veteran that we were talking about earlier, 29-year-old. Finished 23rd in the World Championships 3 months ago, 21 seconds off the lead.
women are heading to the finishing second lap. The race, 2 more laps to go, while the women are slightly behind.
Qatari swimmer we saw there in the women's is Nada Arakci. It's a 5-kilometer race. 4 laps, 1.25 kilometers of each lap. Men coming to the end of their second lap, so we'll be able to work out what sort of times we're looking at. Back in Guangzhou, the winning time was 53:22.10. Far warmer waters here. I don't think we're going to be approaching that sort of time. The men's coming in to complete their second lap. They've got there, it's very choppy as they come in to what will end up being the finishing straight. If any of them want to get a quick drink, they can. Marcello Guidi with the black cap on, still making a lot of the running at the halfway point.
So ladies and gentlemen, we're assisting a tough competition here between men and women. The gap between the
Qatari swimmer in there in the pinky purple hat, Abdelrahman Mohamed. Always good to see local interest.
Just remind you, this is 5-kilometer men's and women's open water swim final.
Watching the men as they fight their way through the waters that seem to get a little bit choppy as they get into what is the home straight at the end of every lap.
The men still remaining in one pack. Maybe it's kind of strategy and tactics between swimmers. No one want to take the lead. Yeah.
Soeren MEISSNER performing well for Germany.
Women's are heading to finish
There's 2 Germans, Soeren MEISSNER and Nicolas Frach.
We'll provide you with more details in a few seconds.
I think we also had Fernando Estanislao of Brazil in with that pack.
First one was the Vienna Marathon Swim Series last February.
And there is the Katara Amphitheatre. That was the site of the opening ceremony on Saturday night. Well attended by delegates from all 206 National Olympic Committees. And then we have 97 National Olympic Committees represented actually at the Games in terms of athletes, and plenty of them were there last night. I'm sure the swimmers weren't, because it was an early start for all of us, 6 a.m. today. So, swimmers from... Over to the women now.
Swimmers on this race for the men's and for the women's.
women beginning to stretch it out a little bit.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have next to me Mr. Fernando Pocenti, head coach and Brazilian coach. So, Fernando, this is your second visit,
women catching up with a back marker from the men's.
About this organization and this race and the facility.
You know, we always have to accusation that they are doing their best every time that we come here. You know, all the security, they are trying to do their best in the organization.
Still seems to me Marcello Guidi of Italy leading the pack.
So, thank you so much. First participation in this ANOC World Beach game. First experience for you and for your swimmers. How do you look?
A good idea of the speed at which the swimmers are going from that particular angle. Now that bottle needs to be removed from the water. 3 or 4 of them in there. Those will be cleared out after the event, as we see another back marker here from the men's, just finishing the second lap.
Do our best in the first one to continue and to have another one maybe next year.
Amazing, Fernando. It was glad to see you here again. Thank you so much. Would you please can say some words in Arabic just to familiarize?
There we can see the various coaches and entourages of the swimmers cheering them on and waiting with drinks for when they come round at the end of each lap. 4 laps of 1.25 kilometers, the 5 kilometer open water swim. And the JESUS SOARES of Brazil amongst the leaders. Suarez, the one in the white cap.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to inform you that the swimmer number 15 man, Gabriel Abramizov, is withdrawn.
So this wonderful overhead shot of the women coming in to complete another lap, about to pass underneath what looks like a large water polo goal.
Remaining in one back.
They all have to go around the buoy and then turn left. Here they are into the home straight. They're halfway through. Remember, they set off 4 minutes and 55 seconds after the men.
And Marcello Guidi do Brazil, followed by Leonie BECK.
So it is indeed Ana de Jesus Suarez of Brazil and Leonie BECK fighting it out for the lead in the women's. Leonie BECK, who finished 3rd in Guangzhou, so she is very much the favourite for this race.
So 2 more laps to go. Just remind you, it is 5 kilometer women open water swim final here on the ANOC World Beach Game 2019 in Qatar.
Beautiful shot of the city and then back to the men's leaders.
Crossing the second lap, Marcello Guidi of Brazil is leading the race, followed by Leonie BECK from Germany and Finram from Germany as well.
Back markers in the women's, just coming around to complete their second lap. And some of them, as you can see, grabbing a drink. You certainly need a lot of determination to do this sport. Halfway through it, swimming through choppy waters as they get round to the pontoon.
I can remark here the last swimmers, women swimmers, are for crossing the second lap. Some young swimmers are participating for the first time on this.
One of the Aussies coming through there in the women's.
Experience.
A little bit off the pace. That will be Mackenzie Brazier, just 18 years old. So she's getting some wonderful experience here. 18-year-old Mackenzie Brazier from Australia.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
back to the men's lead.
And put some sunscreen while watching amazingly this event.
Looks like Guidi dropping back ever so slightly. I think he's third of this leading pack. By no means out of it at this juncture though. Just over halfway. So in the women's we have a retirement, and that is from Hong Kong, young Thi Nip. 19 years old, one of the people we mentioned earlier. She'll still have gained valuable experience. It's an incredibly tough contest, this one. 5 kilometers in open water.
While only 15 kilometers, which is the marathon, is an Olympic discipline. Variation on the distance may influence the strategies as well.
Interesting little bit of background there from the stadium announcer. As I was saying earlier, yes, it is one of the traditional Olympic sports. And it's wonderful to see it here at the first ANOC World Beach Games as we have a good look. The Katara Amphitheatre on the right, and then all of the turquoise constructions that you could see there. Those were the various ports of call on Katara Beach, the different sports, the 13 sports that make up these inaugural ANOC World Beach Games.
We will be witnessing and assisting an amazing and tough competition between world-class swimmers here in Katara Beach, World ANOC World Beaches Game, Qatar 2019.
Leonie Beck, it would seem, for Germany, making the running, stretching out ahead of the pack in the women's. Her teammate Finia Vunram also there, and Ana de Jesus Soares of Brazil. They seem to be ones in the medal conversation as things stand. men are coming in to complete their penultimate lap. 3 out of 4 done, 1.25 kilometers each lap. There we can see their various coaches, teammates ready to help them out, cheer them on, throw them a drink if they want one.
This is the last lap for the men. Sorting the back from Germany, followed by Marcello Guidi. The swimmers are accelerating and sprinting for the last lap.
Going under the finish line. The third and penultimate time. Want to go for the men.
And swimmers are starting to sprinting. The last 1,250 meters for this race.
Various teammates and coaches there to encourage their swimmers.
So Sue Nep from Hong Kong, swim number 63 for the women kilometer open water swim series. She withdrew as in your
person there in the canoe is one of the stewards. It's not somebody cheating. So the two Germans making the running in the women's, Leonie Beck and Finja Wunram. Pulling well clear. Easy to identify as well in their white swim caps, that certainly helps.
So ladies and gentlemen, I have next to me Mr. Yuri.
Back to the men's. It seems that Bailey Armstrong of Australia is up there in the running.
On this edition or this event, both men and women.
Hi, good morning for everyone. The big challenge for Abdurrahman Hishan to swim in this race. He told me before the race he's gonna do his best and he's gonna stay with as close as he can to the
Beck and Wunram
I wish him
looking like they're going to be sharing out the medals.
Thank you,
And JESUS SOARES trying to keep pace with them. It's the two Germans making the running at the moment.
Nada is the swimming pool player, so for her also a big challenge to swim in open water. So I wish her the best and I hope she
Women
will do
rounding a buoy.
in this race.
They're 40 minutes into their race, coming towards the end of their third lap.
And a fair competition. Thank you so much, and all the best for today.
The women's time, you have to take 5 minutes off the clock at the top of your screen. Well, the men are on their last lap. Around 10 minutes to go for them. The men are going to come in just under the hour mark, the women just over. Here in the warm waters of the Gulf. And one of the swimmers has had to pull out. That's a second retirement, the first in the men's.
So the men are in the last turn, heading to the straight line to cross the final line. I think we will be witness of a great finish here between competitors. Referees are ready and team official as well to discover our first gold medalist for this edition here in Katara Beach, ANOC World Beach Game Qatar 2019.
Yes, as the stadium announcer is pointing out, these will be the first medals to be given out. Had plenty of competition so far, but haven't had any medal events yet.
Swimmer number 67 for the women race, Mariana Vikova from the Russian Federation. She's withdrawn.
Novikova out in the women's race, the Russian. Men heading to a buoy, getting towards the business end of their event.
So we are a few minutes ahead of the last straight line, and we will be witness for the first winner. Men's 5-kilometer open water swim series.
The men battling their way through choppy waters. Medals at stake on this final lap. Bailey Armstrong of Australia amongst the front runners.
Right, ladies and gentlemen,
Marcello Guidi of Italy.
To finish the race, the men 5-kilometer open swim final here.
The women also not too far behind. They started 5 minutes later. Two Germans still making the running, Beck and Wunham.
Already shoulder to shoulder. Maybe the last 500 meters to cross the finish line. Give her up, ladies and gentlemen. Women here are finishing the last turn for the last lap. Ana Marcela Guidi of Brazil is leading, followed by Leonie BECK from Germany. The pack is stretched already. We can hear the bell ringing.
So the final lap for the women.
Last lap for the women. Coaches and team officials here are encouraging their swimmers.
The women onto their last lap.
So different tactics are used in this race. Some of the swimmers prefer to hide inside the pack and follow the leader and attacking or taking the lead later on the last lap. Some of them they prefer to lead from the beginning and track the pace of this race.
Ah, there we have a photographer getting wet to do his job. How about that? I'm sure you didn't realise that, well, I look forward to seeing his photos later. There we go. go. He's poised to capture the winners when they come over the finish line. How about that? We're going to get some wonderful up-close photos there. I look forward to seeing those. I think he's going to have to put his camera in a bag of rice afterwards to dry it out. Hear the bell, women on their last lap. That's the leading pack. And here are the leaders in the men's discipline.
So I have next to me here Dr. Beck, team leader of the German team. Dr. welcome to Qatar. Visit this season. What are your expectations from this edition or this for you?
I think it's a beautiful day. The water temperature a little bit high, but it's okay. For the 5K, for the 10 would be a little bit too high, but I think for the 5 it's okay. And for today, I hope we will have a good result for all the swimmers, and hopefully all of them come healthy out there.
We also hope that. How do you find
As you
the
can hear
videos
there,
different than,
hopefully in the background, the stadium announcer talking with one of the German coaches, saying that the water temperature is indeed rather high, which is going to be bringing the times, or putting the times up a little bit. You do sweat in water when you're swimming at this pace.
The sun is shining. In Germany we already are in autumn, so it's a beautiful time here.
So we're glad to hear about the best for the swimmers and all the swimmers in this race. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Beck, and best of luck for the swimmers.
Thank you to you, and thank you for everybody for the big and great organization. Thanks a lot to all.
Maybe we say it in Arabic, it's better. Shukran.
Shukran.
Getting right down to the business end for the men. 54 minutes in, they're going to be coming up to the final turn very soon.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, last straight line for the men's swimmers on this 5-kilometer open water swim here in Katara. So everyone is standing by for the first winner.
Here they come.
Ahead.
You can see the men coming into the final turn.
A micro shape to dominate the position. Right, few minutes ahead, a few meters ahead to determine the first winner of this race. Tough competition here, shoulder to shoulder.
Coming down the last straight, and then it's
First touch, second and third.
and there we have it. Difficult to pick out the winners. And here we have the winner of the tournament, and it was the man who made the running all the way through. He's taken his cap off and fooled me at the end. It's the Italian Marcello Guidi. He was making the running right from the beginning. Guidi, who finished 17th in the FINA World Championships, but he is the number one. He is the first person to win a gold medal at these ANOC World Beach Games. He's the first person ever to win a medal at the ANOC World Beach Games. So congratulations to Marcello Guidi of Italy. So the first gold medal of these games goes to Italy. Marcello Guidi. Bailey Armstrong of Australia. He was up with the leading pack. Pushed Guidi all the way.
That was a tough and hard race for them. That was awesome. Slightly gap between which shows.
So Marcello Guidi, the first ever winner of a medal at any World Beach Games. What an achievement for him. Defeated Krzysztof Razowski, who was world champion just 3 months ago, finishing ahead of the likes of Matej Kozubek, Kirill Abrosimov, Bailey Armstrong. Great field, and what an achievement that was for Guidi.
The distance. The result will be confirmed in a few seconds.
Quite soon the women will be coming to their conclusion. There, ladies and gentlemen, is your first gold medal winner. What an achievement for number 5. All smiles. Marcello Guidi. Gold for Italy. Hopefully the goggle marks will have gone by the time he gets on the podium and has his official photos taken. Plenty of activity on Katara Beach, setting up for various events throughout the day. We still have the women's event to decide. Two Germans still up there. Leonie BECK and Finja Wunram.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I have next to me Bailey Armstrong from Australia. Bailey, if you tell us about the race.
It was a tough race. It was really hot conditions, but it was like a good field and it was a really good hit out for the early season.
Good start for your season. What are your expectations for the nearest future?
So there's an Olympic spot up for grabs for the Australian team, so I think all the boys are really gunning for that. Yeah, this was a good stepping stone.
This will of course be an Olympic event in Tokyo, so good performances here will catch the eye of the various national selectors. And that's certainly what Marcello Guidi has done for Italy.
Staying with other scoreboards and getting escorted around, I think a good experience, and I'd love to do it again.
We're glad to have this feedback from you. Congratulations again.
As the women getting down to the business end, the two in the white caps are the Germans. They've got Jesus Soares, JESUS SOARES, as I should be pronouncing it, from Brazil in there as well. A leading pack of about 5 or 6, slightly stretched out. Two Germans in the white caps.
So we're still waiting for the women to finish the race. Man's already on the land.
Beautiful shot of the Doha skyline
So
in the
last
background
swimmer has finished it right now.
as the women
Swimmer
come
number
up
7 from China. The swimmer participating on this event.
not far off the finish line. There we have Ana de Jesus Soares.
Women are just behind. The final straight line to finish this race.
Jesus Soares in the lead. See, the beach is getting ever closer.
Katara Beach for the ANOC World Beach.
Two Germans ever further away from de Jesus Soares.
Women's 5-kilometer individual swim final. Besides the open water, also we'll have tomorrow the aquathon.
Determined final dash from the Germans, Beck and Wunram.
So women's are a few meters ahead from the finish line.
And here we come. To the left of your screen between the two boats, you can see the spray of the various swimmers as they come in to the final turn to go across the finish line.
Sprinting right now. Maybe around 400 meters to go. Just remind you that all results will be confirmed in a few
Coming up to
minutes.
the final turn and then the final straight.
5 kilometer of water swim series here.
Oh, they're still shoulder to shoulder. Look at that. The two Germans battling it out. And we have a winner.
Last meters for the women to finish the race.
And I do believe it was Anna
I'm sure
over the finish line as well. Well done to her.
The sea was good, some wave.
Alena Benisova of the Czech Republic also finishing.
All laps, I need to drink some water because my head exploded.
That's fine. This is your first visit to Qatar. How did you find the venue?
I think it's a great trip.
Various swimmers now emerging from the water. That was Yawen HOU of China. Have to wait to see if she did sneak through in the medals, but I think she was behind the Germans.
Thank you so much. We will be glad to receive you again. Thank you so much.
Ku Fang of China. And there we have Beck and the Jesus Soares. Finally get to have a chat after swimming shoulder to shoulder for the best part of an hour.
5 kilometer
Gold on the left, and I do believe silver on the right.
for both men and women.
Well, the women's have just crossed the finish line about 5 minutes ago. It was the men who finished their 5 kilometer open water swim. Gold for Marcello Guidi of Italy, Denis ADEEV of Germany, of Russia, getting silver, and Soeren MEISSNER, the veteran, bronze ahead of Stanislao, Castro, Pielovsky, Pujol of Spain, Safra, Farinango and Lurenko making up the top 10. The other finishers as well, going all the way down to William Thorley, the youngster, the 17-year-old from Hong Kong. How about that for him? Krzysztof Razowski, only 17th. That's incredible. The world champion. Bailey Armstrong, only finishing 14th for Australia. So disappointment for those two, particular for Razowski, #1 in the FINA World Championships. Kozubek of the Czech Republic only finished 11th. He was one of the favourites coming into this event. So there we have it. Gold for Guidi. ADEEV getting silver.
In a few minutes, just will be confirmed.
And Soeren MEISSNER getting bronze.
Different country for men and women had participated, so tick for men race at 26 as well for the women race.
We'll have the confirmation of the women's result for you shortly, but that was, we obviously know that the winner was Ana de Jesus Soares of Brazil, 27-year-old swimmer, beating out rival Leonie BECK of Germany. 22-year-old world bronze medalist, Beck. We do believe she's got silver here.
Sorry.
Ladies and gentlemen, your first women's gold medalist, Ana de Jesus Soares of Brazil, in the 5 kilometer open water swim. Number 23 there, Nicolas Frach. He came, I think, 16th in the men's. As we look at the women's gold medalist. Wow, with a tattoo inside her ear. How about that? Right on the cartilage. There's a Number 3 in the men's there is Krzysztof Razowski, world champion, but finished way down today, just in 17th. Disappointment for him. He was posing with fellow Czechs, Alena Benisova, number 74 in the women's. So, the women's results for you. Ana de Jesus Soares, and it was indeed Hou Yawen of China who edged out Leonie BECK. BECK coming in third. Gabrieleschi of Italy, who made a lot of the early running. She was very close in fourth, and then they were the only four to break through the 1 hour barrier. Maria Bramont of Peru, fifth. Maria de Valdez of Spain coming in sixth. A long way back. It was very much a top 3, top 4, and then top 5. Two Hungarians rounding out the top 10. But gold for Brazil, silver for China, bronze for Germany. And there is the gold medalist. She is indeed number 1, and she's the first person, the first woman to win a gold medal ever at the World Beach Games. These are the first ever World Beach Games, and she's the first woman to get a gold medal. And the first man to do so was about 5 minutes before her, Marcello Guidi.
consegues ver o operador de câmara? Consegues ver o sabe? Pai, não consegues ver a minha câmara, está muito aberto. Não sei, está ali como se fosse uma partida, ele está ali a seguir à partida. Nem eu queria. Não sei o que ando aqui a fazer. Isto está no ar, não é? Já foste. Want to give some? Vê lá, está fixe? Ainda? You go to work at what time? You going to work what time? You're first. If you are early, you go. I need to stay here.
هي قطر 2019 لسباق الخمسة كيلومترات نهائي رجال. Ladies and gentlemen, victory ceremony for the ANOC World Beach Games Qatar 2019.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the first ever victory ceremony at an ANOC World Beach Games. We're going to have the men's and the women's medals for the 5-kilometer open water swim. These are the first ever ANOC World Beach Games, so this means that these are the first ever medals. How about that?
The medals will be presented by Acting President NOC and IOC Executive Board Member Dr. Robin Mitchell.
And here we have the acting president of the Association of National Olympic Committees, Dr. Robin Mitchell.
NOC Executive Council Member and IOC Honorary Member Dr. Leonie. الميدالية البرونزية, the winner of the bronze medal, representing Germany, Soeren MEISSNER.
Soeren MEISSNER, bronze for Germany. So there you go, he's the first person ever to receive a medal at the World Beach Games. The veteran, as I was saying, born in 1990. So that makes him all of 29 years old. This is very much a young person's tournament. He's crept in at the age of 29, Soeren MEISSNER.
The winner of the silver medal, representing the Russian Federation, Denis ADEEV.
21 years old, Denis ADEEV. Oh, almost dropped Dolphy, the mascot. I'm sure his arms are pretty tired after an hour's worth of swimming in open water. Mine would certainly be.
Gold medalist and the ANOC World Beach Games Qatar 2019 champion, representing Italy, Marcello Guidi.
And here he is, the first ever winner of an event at the World Beach Games, Marcello Guidi. 17th in the World Championships 3 months ago, but he led right from the start today. Dived into the water at 6:05 a.m. At 7:05, he picked up the first ever gold medal at the ANOC World Beach Games.
السيدات والسادة, والآن مع النشيد الوطني. Ladies and gentlemen, the national anthem of Italy.
So Italy's national anthem is the first one we hear at the inaugural ANOC World Beach Games. Marcello Guidi winning the men's 5-kilometer open water swim.
Ladies and gentlemen, your ANOC World Beach Games, Qatar 2019 athletes.
Denis ADEEV in red from the Russian Federation. Soeren MEISSNER getting the bronze for Germany. So the first men's medals have been presented. And hopefully without further ado we'll have the first women's medals for the women's open water 5-kilometer swim. Back we are for the second medal ceremony of the day, the second medal ceremony of these games, the second medal ceremony ever at an ANOC World Beach Games, because this is the inaugural tournament. We've had the men's 5-kilometre open water swim, and now we have the women's.
The women's 5-kilometer open water swim final.
See in the background is the amphitheatre, the Katara amphitheatre, where the opening ceremony was held last night.
And IOC honorary member, Mr. Sam Ramsmai. Yes, Habu, accompanied by
as you can see, gold, silver and bronze medals, and everyone gets a Dolphy. Dolphy the dolphin is the official mascot of these ANOC World Beach Games.
The winner of the bronze medal representing Germany, Leonie BECK.
22-year-old Leonie BECK made a lot of the running. I thought she was going to end up with gold, but she gets another bronze medal to go with the one she won 3 months ago in Guangzhou in the FINA World Championships over the same distance. Still has her race number 77 etched onto her hand.
The winner of the silver medal representing China, Yawen HOU.
Yawen, who finished 8th in those World Championships in Guangzhou, up to the silver medal position here. Beck was 3 seconds adrift in the end. HOU just 1 second behind the winner. Agonizing when you're in action for an hour to lose it by 1 second. But the delight when you win it.
Gold medalist and the ANOC World Beach Games Qatar 2019 champion representing Brazil, Ana de Jesus Soares.
Ana de Jesus Soares. Wonderful to see her shaking hands, going around the front of the podium to shake hands with the people she just edged out, as I say, by 1 second and 3 seconds respectively. 1 second clear of HOU in second, 3 clear of Leonie BECK in third. But the winner coming in at 59.53, I think it was definitely just under the 1 hour mark. Ana de Jesus Soares, 27-year-old Brazilian. Quick posing for the photos before we have the Brazilian national anthem. gold for Brazil. The first women's gold medal at these games. The first women's gold medal at any ANOC World Beach Games. Ana de Jesus Soares for Brazil. Hou Yawen for China, getting the silver. Leonie BECK of Germany, the bronze. And there they are atop the podium. Incredibly tall figure of Leonie BECK, dwarfing Ana de Jesus Soares, but de Jesus Soares managed to cross the line just 3 seconds ahead of her rivals.